We found this place. My sister lives in the village here. It's how we came across this place. It's a great location because there's so much around here, food-wise. There's a big food scene around here, and loads of people are interested in it. There's plenty of farmers, small producers, small cheese makers, everything. People are doing their own, charcuteries. There's so much around here. So it seemed like a great spot to be in. We've got 4 starters and 5 main courses, which is the only way we can do this ever-changing menu. The menu does evolve quite a lot during the evening, and I do try and get the staff to explain that to the customer, because it has happened that halfway through the service we've had to go off and actually reprint the menu because it became too confusing, because actually almost every single dish was different. Because when it runs out and we go on to the next thing. We always have a replacement to go on to, because I like to keep things very fresh and stuff, and also in getting those kind of size batches of deliveries, you know that it's going to be used within 2 days. We're using only seasonal local ingredients. Some of the guys will just turn up with produce. So if Alan, the chap round the corner, brings down a couple of trays of yellow courgettes, it's yellow courgettes we've got to play with that day. We've got a forager who goes out picking for us a couple of times a week and sends it overnight delivery. He's based on the kind of Herefordshire-Welsh border, so he'll go down to the coast there and pick a lot of sea vegetables. The wood sorrel comes from him. There's actually lots of it growing near my house, but unfortunately I never get time to go pick it. There's a chap called Fred who rears the lambs on Alex James's farm, and he'll just turn up when he feels like it with a couple of lambs for us. The quality of the ingredients coming in here is, 9 times out of 10 is absolutely amazing. Vegetables are much for muchness, really. They are a bit cheaper. I mean, courgette flowers, Alan's charging me 30p a piece, whereas if you were to buy them from the veg suppliers, they're probably getting them in from Denmark at about £1 a piece. So yes, certain things are. I mean, the strawberries which Alan grows are outstandingly beautiful, but they are more expensive than the things, but I'm quite happy to pay that because, they are properly good, and he'll be picking them in the morning and bring them down to us at lunchtime, and you can't beat that. He also picks them mainly on sunny days so that they're full of sweetness when they're picked. We do mainly use whole beasts. We'll try and organise it so we have 2 whole lambs coming in 1 week, half an Aberdeen Angus the next, half a veal beast the next, a whole wild boar the next, or a whole pig the next, or whatever it is. So we've got one main thing coming in, apart from anything else, takes up a lot of space. As soon as it comes in, depending on, if it's, I'd obviously double check how long it's been hung for and stuff. If it needs a few more days, I'll leave it to take a few more days. If not, I'll butcher it up into primal joints pretty much straight away. Clean the bones to make sure that we've got everything off. We generally have a posh burger on the menu at any one time, which is in a homemade English muffins, triplicate chips and homemade ketchup and stuff, so a really nice dish as well. We've also got a few bar snacks on the menu as well, which are, again, 100% homemade. We make our own pork pies, hand-raised pork pies. That's another way of using up the other bits, and then use the bones for stocks and sauces, so absolutely nothing gets wasted. Go and see your suppliers, go and meet them, see where they're doing it. It can change your tune quite dramatically when you go and see the cheesemaker's room. I've seen a couple of contrasts. I've seen, Roger down the village, Roger Crudge, who actually lives in that house there, who we get 2 of our cheeses from. His cheesemaking room is immaculate, like spotless. You go and see another one, which was never ordered them from them again. Get to know your suppliers, get to know how they work, how they like to do things. You need to become accustomed to their things like Fred and his slightly irrational delivery times. Help your suppliers as well. Some of them might have trouble with deliveries and etc. like that. They might find it more convenient if you go to collect it sometimes. Try and help them, particularly small suppliers these days are having a lot of problems with transport and things because of the cost of it. So be flexible. Don't try and bully them on price. They're not doing prices high to rip you off. They're doing it because they've got to. For a small scale producer, things are going to cost more. You don't have the economies of scale there. So generally you will find some things which are cheaper, but some things you have to charge a little bit more. don't lose your temper with them when they haven't been able to produce something one day. It's not their fault, you know. If it's bad weather or whatever it is, you know, if they've had a bad batch of cheese and they've all blown because the starter's gone wrong, you know, they don't have the mass facilities to, you know, to have a completely consistent thing, and that's the beauty of it. You know that what does come to you is handmade with complete care and passion, and it's been well looked after. We're actually doing a farmers market here in October. I've invited all of my small suppliers down here because I thought it'd be a good thing for so many people ask me because all their names are on the menu, who's Alan and who's Trev and etc. So I thought it'd be an idea to get them down here. So we've got local lager, ale and liqueurs, as well as soft drinks as well on the menu too. So they're all coming down. So it's just basically a fun day. We've got Eleanor in Bledington getting some suckling pigs ready for us to do a big suckling pig roast. Get a couple of them, sell them up here, put some big trussels in, and just basically try and boost their businesses as well, because they are all struggling at the moment. I think particularly the transport costs have really affected them. They're finding it more expensive to get to the farmers markets and things like that.